Hello and welcome back to Walk on Rolls Dungeons and Detention. It's been quite some time since we've been graced by your fine presence, so thank you so much for returning to us. We recognize we took a little longer than we said we would, but it's okay. I think it kind of works out because our school year started on 8/8/98, and now here we are in 10/10/22. It just sounds right to me. Also, we're in October. Not only is it Hispanic Heritage Month or Latin Heritage Month, we're also celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day, and we're celebrating the witchiest month of them all. So, what better time to reunite and join for Act 2 of Dungeons and Detention? I am your host and headmaster, Kevin Allen. With me, as always, I am joined by Justin Zagri, the man behind the curtain, and sadly, the only student at this school representing the Emerald House of Solomon. Say hello, Justin.
Say hello,
that will
Justin.
Most likely, Justin will most likely be saying hello in the chat, where you can also say hello to us. You can chime in, take your very own walk-on role in our program, and also use your mana points to cast spells across the screen. We like to make magic here. And if you couldn't tell, Justin's not alone. Also with him behind the curtain is our cast of players. And allow me to reintroduce everyone and at the same time, catch you all up on what's been going on. Remember, it is 1998. Our students have gathered at King's Cross Station in London, a fitting location because it's that sad year where a great amount of British students had to change schools and go to their last available hope, Havenhearth School of Sorcery. Perhaps that's the reason why everyone was assembled to travel halfway around the world just to board a train at King's Cross Station and travel another half around the world. Our students gathered in their halls where they were joined by fate. The first of which, in the Amber House of Cersei, is Zachary Jaworski as Alex Needler.
That's me.
Yes.
Yeah.
The boy who looked upon the wizarding world from the outside, hoping to one day embark upon a magical adventure like his father did before him. And then that one day, he discovered he was a natural magical talent. Our Misfits' very first class was Brooms, where we played the ancient wizarding sport of curling. Alex led the group as captain of the team to an unmistakable victory, and then dubbed themselves the Terminators. Alex dubbed himself the leader of the group and, as such, led the four to the secret door which hid the sprawling labyrinth underneath the school, and the pyralisk cockatrice that roams its winding passageways. Representing the Ruby House of Morgan Le Fay, Katie Katulik as Paris Colourpop.
Ow, ow, ow.
Yes, this dazzling Beverly Hills wizard who never excelled in academics but is destined for future greatness as a beauty entrepreneur thanks to a creative mind and an eye for fashion, and perhaps thanks to opening her mind's eye as she develops a talent for mirror gazing. Paris has a talent for using mirrors to distract curling players and to light catching sparkles in her hair to almost hypnotize that cockatrice into a trance, so that the younger kids who seem to attach themselves to her ever since their trip on the train could work together to trap the cockatrice in Alex's backpack. Not unlike her possum familiar Diamond, who sits purrside with Paris. Not only is she clever, but her ingenuity with glow-in-the-dark beauty products helps them find their way out of the labyrinth and outside the school itself, where, again, her knack for personal aesthetics allowed her to quickly transfigure her classmates with disguises so effective, it caused an alarm within the faculty the very next morning. Luckily, Paris also foresaw the wanted posters for the cockatrice and had the chance to steer clear of trouble herself. Now, standing tall in the sapphire house of Tregmesistus Hermes, Garrett Schwackhauser as J.J. Johnson.
Yeah, your boy.
Yes. Our boy, a reluctant yet powerful Midwest warlock who opposes wizarding authority and challenges professors to be more cognizant of their assumptions toward their students.
Yeah, that's right.
Poor JJ. Poor JJ had an explosive beginning to his school year. So much that it landed him in the office of the necromancing nurse and medicine witch, with his very first spell.
Mm-hmm.
Mayhem seems to follow JJ as steadfast and unwelcome as his orangutan familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Although always an innocent accomplice, his distrust for wizarding policy made him a favored suspect among the school's faculty for the missing cockatrice. This only worsened when he discovered that Alex betrayed his trust by attempting to keep the dangerous beast as his own familiar and letting
really
the monster
uncool.
escape into the school. Yep. And then, from the Amethyst House of Hamiko, Liana Manassian as Anahit Crowley, a misfit even within the bizarre world of witches and also Seattle, became an immediate celebrity among her classmates and even some professors. However, among all of them, Anahit has preferred the attention of the cute older boys. That's not to say that Anahit didn't look after the student body, using her understanding of green magic to calm down the panicking students below when the cockatrice escaped, and thus allowing JJ to recapture the cockatrice and finally resolve this entire ordeal. Anahit has managed to demonstrate her herbology skills before her professor could. The same goes for divination, as she conducted a tarot reading on the school's history and possible tumultuous future. More than anything, however, Anahit has demonstrated herself a worthy friend, healing JJ's cockatrice burns and helping Paris put together a Chia pet familiar so that Alex would feel more included among his new friends. Since then, the group have been model students, attending their respective classes and even learning a thing or two. Alex took such detailed notes in astronomy that he was able to find proof of the school's secret location was somewhere in the Northern Hemisphere. Perhaps it seems only a small clue, but it was certainly more than he was able to help JJ find in the depths of the school's magical library. In turn, JJ gained so much from his protective magic class that not only did he craft a charm to help finally create a bond with his orangutan, but he inadvertently provided the tools Alex needed to bring his porcelain familiar to what some might call life.
Yeah.
And even though JJ accidentally destroyed his potioneering cauldron, he has been learning a great deal about his fellow students, the faculty, and even one of the school's living paintings, who allowed the group to surmise that the school is actually in North America. This was confirmed by Paris, who has been so confident in her divination skills, she's offering tips to fellow students, and so emboldened by her magical dueling and defensive magic, that Paris got the nerds in the astronomy tower to cough up the final piece of the puzzle that is Haven Hearth's location in Menlo Park, New Jersey.
Woo!
Yeah.
Now, although she hasn't said it yet, Anahit Crowley is the one who recalled the significance of that part of America as the birthplace of the film industry. But what significance that holds for Haven Hearth School of Sorcery is perhaps another mystery. And we may find out tonight as our students gaze upon the annual Persean meteor shower above, and that magical night kicks off another semester of magic and tonight's episode of Dungeons and Detention.
Woo!
All right,
Yay.
players, are you ready to dive back in?
Yeah. Where are we?
You were in the astronomy tower where all of the more academically inclined, the older students, the nerds, a lot of the people on the cooler color spectrum of the houses have gathered to watch the best view of the meteor shower that their location can provide. Not to say that people aren't gathering in other places. You've noticed some people are hanging out in the library. They're gathering snacks from the cafeteria below. And a few students have even found a way to the rooftop, which should have been impossible. House points are being distributed everywhere, left and right, because of tonight's festivities with its somewhat academic nature. Amethyst is in the lead with Sapphire close behind, followed by Emerald, Ruby, and I hate to say it, Alex, after stealing a library book, got one more point taken away from Ember.
Whoa, he got caught?
It's magic.
It's
Don't
magic.
you know this?
There had to be a consequence. But
You
the
got a
fact you were
magic
able to
tool.
take the library book out of the so fast was rather impressive.
Boo.
But but
Not
that's
even a wizard
where
that
you
runs
remain.
Nobody knows.
I
So
know,
yeah,
Alex. I'm disappointed.
the students are everywhere. You guys can take a moment to recall what you were thinking, that night, which has been about 4 weeks ago. I'm going to take a quick moment to say hello to the chat. That's the rest of the student body. Hello, everyone. I see you all in the chat, Mary Elba. Thank you for being here. I knew you would be. I appreciate you casting spells across the screen and representing your Haven Hearth homeroom, because everyone can do that. Don't forget it. We also have another way to celebrate the school, celebrate the channel, using some fun buttons. Hey guys, we have a new mascot here on Broad Strokes Plays, and that is Fortune the Phoenix.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yay.
you can not only can you represent your house, but you can represent how you're feeling about the show with our new custom emojis featuring Fortune the Phoenix. And there they are right now. I love it. This guy is this non-gender specific bird is super cute. Shout out to Ben Zagri for drawing it. You guys can reach him on his Insta or his Twitter, and Justin will provide the information that I escape right now because it involves lots of numbers. Yeah, I truly love this bird. So adorable. They're so adorable.
Bird hearts.
Hmm?
Bird hearts.
Yeah. I also have one last update I want to share with everyone, particularly you guys, before we dive in. I finally found classic Bean Boozled beans.
Yay.
Yep. Which means I'm going to top off my random assortment of regular and spicy beans with the likes of dirty dishwater, boogers, earwax, and canned dog food, skunk spray. God, they
Hey,
found
it's
something worse
better
than
than
licorice.
uncanned dog food. I mean, could you imagine uncanned dog food? What would that taste like?
Yeah, I guess
Never.
you're right. It probably tastes like barf, which is an option. So
Yeah, we
hooray,
had
we're
those
having fun here.
at Garrett's nephew's. Well, I guess my nephew too. His birthday party that was Harry Potter themed. He had those, and he was so upset with how badly they tasted. He was like shocked, and we were like, "Henry, that's how it goes. Like we're all doing it together." And then his niece, who's like 6, was like, "Here, Dad, have this one." After we had all like just tried it, and how nasty it was, he's like, "No, Holly, I'm not gonna have it." She goes, "No, Dad, it's really good." And I was like, "Holly, you're a
She's ready,
Slytherin.
man.
You know that's a bad one. You know that's a bad one."
She was trying to give people rotten eggs. That was her thing. She was,
And
"This is
soap.
fun." Oh yeah,
Soap.
soap was so bad.
Anyways.
Well, I just gave a whole lengthy recap about how much camaraderie there has been between the whole group, and if anything, that's what this story is about. So yeah, with each of you, as you guys take adversity tokens and we play Kids on Brooms, I decided to be extra and have a bean with each of you. This is a choice I made.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine because I'm washing it down with the tea that celebrates the Queen's Jubilee anniversary.
Yeah, long live the Queen. What's she up to?
R.I.P.
While we were gone, Zach, she passed away.
Oh,
She finally had enough of terrible prime ministers and decided to leave Charles in charge. It's not going as well as the theme song would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
Anyway,
throwback.
but enough about all of the turmoil across the pond. You guys finally found out this mystery that not even your parents
We're
could
in
solve.
New Jersey.
The secret location of
why
Haven
are
Hearth.
we in New Jersey? What a mystery it is. What are we doing?
Yeah. And if you feel like it, hanging up on the astronomy tower, you guys can just stay up all night watching the stars fall to solve this mystery.
I kind of want to go to the
if you're
roof.
so inclined. Okay.
Hey,
Well, take
they
it
said
away.
they had brooms, and remember those guys that rode by us on brooms? Like, how fun would it be to ride around out in the meteor shower. Wouldn't that be cool? We could maybe try and catch a meteorite. That's how that works, right?
I mean,
But
I'd be into it.
That sounds kind of dangerous.
yeah, that's like not how like magic works with flying, right? Like that's
I don't
you're a
know how
wizard, but
magic
you're also
works.
like part human. Like
Yeah,
astronauts and like lack of air
I'm not going to
and
go all the
oxygen.
way up there. They're going to fall into the atmosphere, right?
And what are you going to catch it with?
My wand. I pull out my wand and I
All
look
right,
at it.
I'd watch that. Let's do it, JJ.
Oh, I like your
Yeah,
confidence.
I think
I don't
I
know.
think we should give it a shot.
Right, Ani, weren't you talking about meteorite being used in some sort of fun spell? No.
I was trying to figure out if they could help you teleport.
Yeah. Or we could bring Alex's familiar even more to life.
I'm listening.
With the meteorite?
Yeah, like, in my books, Drizzt has this panther that kind of goes with him everywhere, and it comes out of a piece of onyx. I think it'd be really cool if your fox friend was able to, do more than just sort of walk around and sit. Like our familiars help us. And I kind of look at my orangutan and I say, most of the time. So maybe yours could do more than just look adorable, which it does.
I don't know. Hey, Frisket, do you want more power? And I imagine Frisket just kind of,
Oh boy.
Just
yeah,
staring wide-eyed like the haunted Furby that it is.
yeah.
On second thought, maybe not more. Maybe this is a bad idea.
Well, here's the thing. You want to catch it with your wand, but it is a lot of speed and power coming at you all at once. Do you think that like the zoology people with the dragons, maybe they have something because they deal with dragons, they have to have some sort of like armor or like something that we can form into a bag to catch it, right? So that way that's not going to hurt us.
Ooh, maybe. Or what if we just redirected it towards the ground and then we can just go pick it up?
That's touche. That's a good point.
Maybe the earth could catch it.
I think Perrin's up to something. Maybe that kid Brom could help us out.
Oh yeah, Anhi, you know him.
Oh, you
know
do?
him?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you boys don't know. They've had some convos.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I mean, just talked a little bit. That's all.
Awesome. Can you get him to get us to borrow like a thick glove or something?
Yeah, or could we ride a dragon? I mean, how much did you talk?
That's a great idea.
Only a little. I don't know if you would lend us anything though. Maybe. Like a dragon
We can
hand
always
glove.
ask. Yeah, like a dragon hand glove. That could be fun.
Okay, so let's all go get our brooms and then do we know where he would be?
I think he would be like watching the shower too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Where?
Maybe
Paris,
the
can you-
library.
The library.
Maybe the
Paris,
library?
can you tell with your sight?
Wait, what about the map? We have a map.
Oh, that's a good idea. Who's the map guy?
You're the map guy. Don't be silly.
If you can see it on the map, I can send Diamond really quick to go and scope it out. So just tell me where.
I pull out my map and my UI just becomes one big map. Yeah, I know I can only see this floor, but I've messed with this map so much now. Is there a way, can I pinch and zoom into the library? I know
So are
that
you
there's
asking?
I'm
Are
asking
you
you,
asking me?
Kevin the Game
Well,
Master.
yeah,
of Dra-
you finally fulfilled your role as the map guy by enchanting the map to show you all of the locations at the same time for a moment, and you kind of had the same, as far as you know, the same luck doing it again in the library.
Right.
Now the map has never shown the names of people on it before.
Oh, I've got an idea. Okay.
Yeah.
So I pinch and zoom to the library, and I go, okay, Anahi, describe Braun What's his name? Describe this guy to me in acute detail.
Yeah, how cute is he?
That's a good question. I kind of forgot what he looks like. I know he's pretty. That's all I remember. I mean, that's all that
Okay.
matters, right?
So I'm focusing on like a pretty. Are we talking like Leonardo DiCaprio Titanic pretty? Or are we talking more like 1998? Are we talking more like the guy from Dawson's Creek pretty?
Isn't he
Well, I'll let
brunette?
you decide. I'll remind you guys his description because again,
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
been some time, and I want to make sure all of our viewers are aware as well. He's 16 years old and has like kind of an intense demeanor, and part of that might be because he has dark eyes, dark brow, dark hair. His hair is a little bit curly and like naturally tousled because, you know, that's what the ladies
Reasons.
like. He's also alabaster pale, like, you know, some of the people at this school. He's an average height, lean build, but muscular with sharp jaw and cheekbones. So I would say he's more of a Robert Pattinson type, if you asked me.
Yeah, but it's 1998.
Are
That
we
guy
going
don't exist
1998? I
yet.
was like, that's gonna be like Kevin from Backstreet Boys, but with like curly hair.
Okay.
Sure. Wait, that works too.
So give it to me again, Kevin.
Oh yes, right. Justin mentioned in the student activity board, the chat, that he's Batman, and yes, that reminds me, he does have pointed ears.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he's got pointed ears. He looks like Kevin from Backstreet Boys. Okay, I'm picturing Kevin with pointed ears in my head. Is that wrong? Is that wrong, Anahit? Correct. Course correct here. What should I picture?
Who's got light pale skin, dark features, like curly-ish hair.
Luckily,
I don't know
JJ
if
has
that's
met
reference
him
to that.
before.
Yeah.
And JJ even got him in his face at one time. So you
Oh,
know
yeah.
what he looks like once you've been
Yeah.
reminded.
I need the
Oh,
essence
It's
of him.
that guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
you remember
oh,
the
yeah,
essence
yeah.
of this guy
Oh, I
when he
know
gave you a
that guy.
stern talking to
Okay,
about
point at my
care
map,
for animals.
and I just think about that dumb, stupid conversation with this prissy piece of garbage, and I try to get my map to reveal his location in the library.
You know
So-
what? Let's have you roll for charm
Oh, yes.
with advantage. I will give you advantage on this because this is
What is it?
fantastic.
Christmas? And I
No,
get to
not
use...
charisma. It's charm here at Kids on
No, I
Brooms.
said, what is it? Christmas.
Charisma.
Or what is it? Holiday? That's better. Let's see. I also get to use my magic dice because I'm using my wand, which is a D4. It's been a while.
Oh, I
Okay,
know
here we
what
go.
He looks like.
Is it Adam Brody?
No,
Is that what
he
you're gonna
looks,
say? Oh,
he
okay.
looks like a pale, elvish Gavin Rossdale.
No. Anahita, don't need
Ooh.
any more. I remember
Oh, I
this.
think that's accurate. I think
I
that is
remember
doesn't
this
he have
mean
blonde hair?
jerk guy.
No, dark haired.
Oh, I'm thinking of Gavin DeGraw. I am so sorry.
Yeah.
accurate.
That is a great one.
Okay,
Honestly, that's
hey,
a great one.
I remember
Okay,
him. I
sorry.
didn't like him. Here we go. I don't need any more input. This guy was
So
mean.
cheater, pumpkin eater. But yeah.
Okay, I got a 4 plus 2 plus 1. That's a 7. Oh, I get roll with advantage. Thank Jeebus. That's
Mhm.
better. That's an 8 plus... Ooh, 4 exploded. Sweet. 1. So 8 plus 5 plus 1 is 14. Yep.
I never gave you a number to shoot for.
Oh, I got it.
I think just because this is our 14th episode. I'm in a good mood. I really want to see how this plays out. And honestly, this is a pretty extraordinary fit. And 14 is about center of the extraordinary bar. So I'm going to say you just barely make it.
Okay.
But you have trouble finding the name because as it appears on your map, it's cut off. You get bro written on there at the side of the school because it's at the edge of the map where they keep the monsters. Brom is
Oh.
hanging out outside by the stables.
He's outside by the stables. Let's go.
All right, let's all get brooms.
Yeah, wait,
Sure.
how far away is that?
This far away. I point to the map.
I guess it depends on how you travel there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go all the way down the stairs, which would put you at the back half of the school, and then you would have to run past the library and the cafetorium to get to the front of the school to get out the door, and then go back around the sides of the school to where the stables are. Yeah, it's pretty far if you look at it that way. If you take brooms, that's a short flight, and even shorter fall to get on the ground.
Can we bring our brooms to us? Does that hey, Paris, can we make things come to us with magic?
I mean, are you talking about with magic with Diamond?
No, I mean, like, do your parents, is their magic, can they just bring things, like, with their wand and make things appear that they want? You know what, I'm just gonna try it. I hold my wand up.
Well, could I use my strength for this called prepare? If I had known that maybe this might happen, is this an instance where I could use that, Game Master, or no?
You know what? Yeah, I will allow you to do that because you were part of the crew that decided to go back to your dorms before coming up here, correct? Or were you part of the snack brigade?
I was part of the snack brigade.
Here's what I'll say then.
Okay.
I forget, what does your feat cost? Is it 1 or 2?
It says 1 adversity token or 2 if Diamond gets it, which is more random.
Right. Okay. This is a custom built skill that you and I came up with for your character.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for reminding me.
Okay. Money means nothing here.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it is what it is. I will say that you didn't think to bring your broom, but it is out in the open in your room where you could easily access it if you decided to call it to you or have Diamond retrieve it.
Okay, well, I guess I'll do the +1 if it's close to me to get it. But can I get everybody else's brooms?
I'll let you take the +1 to get your broom, no problem.
Okay.
Everyone else is going to have to roll for it. Let's call it that.
Okay.
That's how we'll use your skill in this scenario.
Right. All I straight up have is 1 token right now, so I will use my 1 token.
And I have many, so here I go. This one looks ornate. It looks like you would wear it.
I know all of these are hot. It's just a matter of.
Why is it hard? Oh God!
I heard
like
that.
Rock hard.
Jesus.
What
Are they in the
flavor is
refrigerator?
that?
Stone.
That looks like granite.
So when I said that I found beans, I meant like in a really old bag of candy from like last Halloween or something. I still don't know where they're sold.
What'd you get?
All right, Paris.
Sriracha. They're all hot at this point.
I think this is. I have no idea what this is. I think it's a hot. No, it's an old one, so it has to be the classic flavor. It's disgusting, but I think it's mild because it's been sitting so long.
Ancient.
Nice.
Woo! Got away with that one. Okay.
Come join us on the stream where we watch Kevin eat old candy.
Sorry. What? Wandering Witcher, which I'm still suspect of because their name is Wandering Witcher in our chat.
Toss a coin.
They're saying this is what happens. You take a month off, so I'm afraid that my entire stash of. Okay, so Paris, yeah, it's a little difficult to summon your broom. It's a little hard, but you get through it.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And we're all fine. The rest of you have never done this spell before. This is going to be somewhat challenging for you because I don't. I will say for those who grew up in wizarding households will have an easier time because they've at least probably seen somebody do it. But for each of you, I'm gonna say that you have to. Yeah, I want you to roll for, in this order, Garrett 8, Zach 7, and Anahit 6 to summon your brooms.
Which
What are we rolling?
stat?
How are you approaching it, each of you?
I am going to be thinking about all of the doorways it has to go to. I'm like, that Mind Palace scene from Sherlock where he walks into the Mind Palace and he has to like open. He's like, oh, this book is this. That I'm going into my Mind Palace down the steps. I'm
Love
going through the whole trajectory of the broom. That's what I'm doing.
That's a brains roll, yes. Envisioning it, yes. I love it. Zach, how is Alex approaching this?
He's thinking about the broom, and he knows that like it can fly. So it's just like, let's just make it fly around and come towards me.
All right. Just feeling it. You just like trying to. That sounds like a charm to me.
Okay, sure.
You're just trying to be open to the broom.
I'm trying to like use the power that I know it has, because I know it is a thing that's designed to kind of get up and go with me on it, but just like it's using its own thing just to come to me while it's at it.
Oh, you're just letting the broom be a broom, just letting it do its own natural thing. All right, you know what? Let's make it a flight roll. It's kind of a weird approach to do a flight with magic, but yeah, go ahead. And Liana, how is Anahit trying to summon a broom? I'm sure she's seen somebody in her family do it.
Yeah, but she's kind of just trying to force it to her, like, all right, just get it over with. Hopefully it works. Kind of timid about it, but just trying to force it, like.
She's like willing it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, that's a great roll then.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Everybody roll.
Oh Lord.
No.
So far bad. Off to a bad start. What do I need? An 8?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh God.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hey, do you know what this number is?
No.
There's a 1.
Okay. Hey,
I got a 1 too.
Oh
do you
no!
Do you know what this number is?
What?
Hold on. And Zach, what did you roll?
Oh, well, on my wand roll, I got a 1. On
Go ahead. 3 critical fails, please, Justin.
Failing.
Okay. Each of you, then it occurs. Okay. Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
Well, now hold on. I have 7. I have 7 adversity tokens, and every time I spend an adversity token to help a friend, they get +2. So hold on.
Hold on. Let me. I do not want you to waste all of your beans on this. So as I love what's happening in the chat. Okay. As nothing happens, because it's a critical fail, I'm not going to give you clues to what happened. I will say that students are coming in. There's a girl named Victoria. She says hello, and there's another one. She says hi, people, I'm back. Like students are coming in and out through the door. One person is leaving, and you hear a student be like, okay, I guess you're walking. And then another one. Oh, good to have you back. People are coming in and out through the doors. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. Hey, does anybody have a broom? Did anybody see my broom?
Oh my God.
It looks like mine.
And then once they come through the door, as people often do, they tend to shut it behind them.
Oh.
Can I use my intuitiveness to ask if there are any brooms in the astronomy tower?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. Sure. Use your intuitiveness. Yeah, you gotta roll the beans. Roll the beans.
Roll my beans.
Yeah, eat your beans. Sorry, eat your beans. Roll them across the table and then pick them up off your dirty table. Eat your beans. And while you're doing that, let's have a familiar check since we're joined by Onyx's presence.
Onyx, you did it.
How's everyone's familiars doing?
My orangutan is just sort of sitting next to me, munching on one of the apples I gave him.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, Diamond's just chilling with me. She sees I've got my broom. She's all geared up, ready to go. She's got her little flight goggles on.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, safety first, people.
I love that she has flight goggles.
Of course.
Frisket's just staring with its giant eyes in front of it.
Our first familiar check with Frisket. I love it.
Brisket will forever haunt my nightmares.
On a heat, have you eaten beans?
No, I actually don't know how many beans I'm supposed to eat.
I believe it's 2
Is it? Okay.
for the intuitive. Let me double check before I make you into possible pain.
Oh
All
wait, I
right.
think it says one.
No, just one. It's
Yeah,
just
you're right.
one.
Nice
I
try.
confirmed it now. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Hunters Entertainment
Oh,
and
it's
Renegade
bad.
Game Studios, for making your glossaries easy to find.
Oh, it's something bad.
Oh God, another rock hard. Oh, this was such a bad idea. I failed
I got
even worse
grass.
than I thought I would.
Yeah,
I got
grass.
grass.
Grass, yeah, like a
Ooh.
wheatgrass shot. Those are
I would
yummy.
like grass with the bean.
Yeah, I like wheatgrass shots.
It's not like dirt. I'm gonna be honest with you. Kevin?
Actually, as I chew it more, it gets better. The first taste of it was not good.
Just like regular grass.
Yeah, chew like a cow and be like,
Nom, nom.
yeah.
For hours on end.
I'm sorry, it was bad news. I've got more bad news. There are a few brooms in the classroom, just by the sheer odds of how many students are there. 1 or 2 or 3 people have brought their brooms. Whether they're willing to borrow them out to you, I cannot say. But because you used your token, I'm also going to take a step further and say that your intuition, combined with the well-timed familiar check from a black cat, you have a vision from Luna, who is trying to get out of the room. She is clawing on the door, maybe just to get to the bathroom, but you could feel her clawing on a door back in your dorm room.
Oh.
I thought I brought her with me. Did I not?
Oh, did you?
I thought I did. Maybe I
Yes, you
didn't.
did. You're right. She's pawing at the door. Then fine. She's pawing at the door.
You
She's trying
guys,
to our door.
Yeah, it's
If
your
the
door.
doors are
It's the door you guys
closed.
are in.
the brooms can't come through. Okay, hold on. Let's try a different approach. Everybody, put your hands together in the middle. We have seen teleportation happen, right? We all teleported.
Teleportation happened. Sorry, I misunderstood.
No, this isn't like a cult thing. You don't have to repeat after me. This is more of a magic thing. Everybody put your hands in the middle, okay? Focus on, I know what I'm doing, whatever. Focus on the feeling you had when you were riding your broom. We're going to make them disappear and reappear. That's how magicians do it in the non-magical world. We can make this happen because we are actual wizards. So put your wands in the middle and let's do that.
I mean, I already have my broom, so I'm just waiting for you guys.
Yeah,
Come
Paris,
on, guys.
I know that you're a big deal. Okay, here we go. What do you want? So what basically what I'm trying to do to make our brooms disappear and then reappear in front of us. No doors required.
Oh, that is interesting.
Like skip stoning or whatever you call it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not skip tracing, that's a different thing.
Skip trace is a move.
Yeah, this is interesting. I'm trying to think of how to best calculate the difficulty of this because you're doing it as a group. It's a small object. You're each focusing on your own brooms. This is very difficult though. Okay, let's say I'm going to say that each of you need to roll a 7 for this. You know what? I'll do this. You all have to roll a 6 to do it, but you all have to roll 6 for this to work.
Okay, what are we rolling?
The same die you guys did last time.
Oh, great.
We get to use our
Mhm.
magic die as well, correct? Okay, here we go. I
want everyone to roll individually first.
Okay, I got a 4 on my D12, and now let's see. Can I make up the difference? I got a 2 on my magic die, so that is a 6 on the nose.
All right.
Oh boy,
Whoop.
off to a good start. Oh boy.
Okay, who's
Who's
next?
next? Oh, next.
So my basic dice got a 17.
Oh my gosh, got a 6. I got a 6. I'm.
Yes!
All
Do you have
right.
to beat a 6 or do you have to beat a 6? Because 2 out of 3
Yep.
did get.
You have to get a 6. You have to at least get a 6. So we're doing great. We're doing great.
Oh, okay.
All right, Paris.
Oh, Paris
How's
already
she
got
doing?
her broom.
I have
She's
my
not doing
broom.
it.
I don't have to roll, do I?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you were doing great.
Yeah, I was like,
Fantastic.
I'm
Okay.
cheering them on. Woo! Look
Great.
at my little
You-
babies.
Oh, look at all the familiars around. I love this. Okay. Yeah. Great. Paris, you and Diamond have your broom in hand and are just kicking back watching what's about to happen. Anahit and JJ's brooms pop, not loudly, but sharply into the room. It causes a bit of a startle. You guys are probably startled a bit. The brooms clank on the ground below you, making even more noise. Everyone's eyes are on you two. And of course, it's you two. Alex's broom does the exact same thing. It cracks into the room, but it floats in air because
That's
he
nice.
had summoned it to fly already. So it's doing what it does, and it is flying.
Cool, I
So
get
where
on
he
the
can quickly jump on like it's nothing. So
Wow.
once again, the group of you have created a commotion amongst your fellow students in a confined space. Congrats.
Woo!
You got your brooms.
I mount my broom and steadily float next to Alex.
Yeah, me too.
Come on.
Make flight checks, the two of you.
Like,
Oh crap.
And you
Oh.
really don't have to do that hard. You just like honestly, this should be like a 3.
Cool.
Joke's
Eight.
on
You know what,
you.
Let's go back. It's a 2. It's a 2. I'll give you a for a 2. Just don't
I-
fail. That's all
I
I
got a
ask.
3. I got a 3.
I got 6 plus 1.
Excellent.
7.
All right. JJ, you have absolutely no problem getting in your broom. Anahit, you're still a bit nervous from before and everything that's been happening, but you manage your broom problem. And Paris, do you want to board the broom and fly around?
Yeah,
Or-
let's do it.
Or you could also get the door for the others.
You know what? I'll be a lady. I'll get the door for everyone.
Excellent. So
Great.
with that, I will allow you to get the door so that everyone may fly out, and you can follow suit. I'm not going to make you roll for it. So
thank you.
you guys are now flying around the open area around above the stairs on the top floor of the building.
I check my map and I find which window faces over where Bro is located. And I point at it and I say, that one.
Where Brom is are the stables, followed by the, if you recall on the side, on the south side of the building where the stables mostly are a series of the towers that you all reside in. The other corner of the stables is the west side, where you might recall were open windows on the second floor that your orangutan was able to pass through. Also on the
yeah.
second floor is the greenhouse, which is the closest window to Brom's location.
Yeah, let's go to the greenhouse.
Go to the greenhouse. I turn to my orangutan and I say, we'll be back later. Just hang out and then eat some
no,
more
he's
food.
leaving him.
Wait, you left him?
He can't ride. He's an orangutan. He can't fit on my broom.
Should really get him in the room.
As you all fly off in the south west direction. The orangutan starts descending the stairs patiently. You all reach the green room, the door of which is shut. But you're familiar with the space on a heat. If you feel like trying to get through that door and out those windows that you recall were moving a lot up top, but none of them were large enough that you'd be able to pass through those openings.
The windows?
The windows, yes. You remember that rather it being windows, it was just glass walls, like a greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
As they kind of separated in a random stained like glass fashion, the smaller panes do bend light toward certain plants and thus create small openings, but none of them are large enough for people to go through. And that's all I'll say because you didn't use your intuitive spell then, or feat then, when you're in the room.
Wait, how can we get out of these windows?
You don't know if
They're
they
all
open or
closed.
not, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should try at least.
Can you
Try
get us through the door? Is it locked? I like try
is
the
the door
handle.
locked? Is the door locked, Kevin?
The door is locked. I did say that.
Okay.
And also,
is there a
because I
keyhole?
don't mind giving you guys reminders. Yes,
You
yes,
said
there
the door
absolutely
was
is a keyhole.
shut, not that it was locked.
That's right.
That is fair. That is fair. The door is locked. It's shut.
We can use our magic. I can also use my bobby pins. You guys let me know.
Whoa.
Because there's a keyhole.
Do we know the unlocking spell?
You are from the Wizarding World. You might know a spell to unlock things. I'm going to say that you don't know it, but you've heard of it.
Yeah. Does anyone?
So, for you, it would be harder to achieve. I would make you roll for probably a 12.
Me personally?
Yeah, and everyone else would roll a little higher. Paris, however, is also from the Wizarding World. Tell me, Paris, you grew up in Beverly Hills. I feel like you wouldn't have to break into too many places, or would you?
Oh, that's what you think. You know, when you have so much fun and they say, "Oh, here's free access," there's no fun when you've got access to places. It's definitely more fun to break into them. So yeah, when I was in my early teens, like 13, yeah, I learned a thing or two. I guess, yes, I've got my little bobby pins, but I know that there's a spell that I can combine the two bobby pins and they'll just stick up and instantly find the key, so I don't have to do the finagling. Can I do something like that?
I will say that you know enough to attempt to pick the lock, but it's still going to be pretty impressive. You'd have to roll a 10.
Well, what's the dice I
And
have
it's
to roll
going to
to
be
get a 10?
And it's going to be a brains roll because you have to know how to pick a lock. You can't just wing it.
Guys, we're gonna have to come up with another plan.
Wow, I thought
You
you
guys
were
are all
like-
taking adversity tokens,
Not
right?
my
Wow.
strong suit. It's not. Wait, we don't have an adversity. Oh, I
Okay,
just have
okay.
my fail roll. I haven't failed it yet. Okay.
you
Maybe we
might get
should
lucky
pick
break.
another way out. Maybe we should go through some.
Yeah, are there
west-
windows? Or
The
wait,
west windows were open. That's where those kids flew out when we were going up to the astronomy tower.
No.
No.
The kids managed to make the staircase go up to what would be the roof, even though they shouldn't be able to do that.
Oh
because
gosh.
they made a staircase to the ceiling essentially, and then found a way out. What you're thinking of is when you had your orangutan hoist himself up a tree and through the
Oh
roof.
yeah.
through the window. Speaking of which,
climbed through that window.
he's coming down the stairs. He's making it down to the next floor.
Oh wow, he's moving pretty fast. Hey, orangutan, do you remember which windows you opened? Could you open those for us again?
He didn't open a window. They were open.
Could you
Yeah,
point
we
me to the
hoisted 'em
windows
up.
that were opened already?
Your orangutan doesn't know how to pick a lock, does it?
No, it's an orangutan.
Yeah, it's got little finger phalanges or little fingers.
Yeah, I've got
They use
fingers
tools.
too.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pick up. I shove my fingers in the lock and I do this. Then I try the door. What happens?
What are you? Roll fight, I guess, and try to
It's a lot.
get a 20 because you're button mashing and hoping it works.
I got a 1.
Okay.
Oh my
You
God.
get your pinky stuck in the keyhole for just a moment,
Ow.
and you kind of cut your. Yeah, it's a
Thanks,
critical
Paris.
failure, man. You got
Thank
hurt.
you,
You
Paris.
have to take damage.
Yeah, see, he doesn't know how to pick locks. Can you just?
Your orangutan, to answer your previous question, does not respond because it's several staircases away.
Oh.
It's a couple of staircases away, and it's trying to catch up to you. It doesn't speak. That's another thing.
I said, could you
And-
point me to the window?
Oh, okay. It points up against the wall that you know it's on, the west wall.
I said, come on. I knew it was on this way.
If the window were to be able to open more, could we fit through it? Like, is it only go so far?
The window, I'm just going to remind everyone, because again, it's been some time. And also, you can easily approach this wall and see it for yourself. At the ledge that you are standing on is no, wait, pardon me. You won't be able to see it because of the library way from where you're currently standing. You have to go around the library, but I'll refresh your memory. When you get there, it was an open circular window, and by which I mean a hole in the wall with some molding around it that was large enough for an orangutan to rather comfortably crawl through.
Oh,
So we just need to fly the orangutan up, drop the orangutan down, and the orangutan will open the door for us.
we can just fly up there and open the window.
The window is a hole in the wall. It's already open.
It's only big enough for an
it.
orangutan.
I
Oh,
think I can fit through it. I'm pretty thin.
I can fit
Great
through it
girl.
too. I'm smaller than an orangutan.
no, you're a
Are
pretty
you
big
though?
boy.
JJ,
No,
you're
you're
pretty
not.
big
You're
guy.
the biggest of us all, JJ.
Yeah.
Well, come on. I can fit through. Let
We
me
just
try
need
at
one
least.
person to go so they could open the door,
To
Right.
okay,
right?
right.
Isn't the window on the other side, like the other side of the window is the other side of the door too?
No, this is a different door. You're thinking about the greenhouse door. We've now moved on to the outside window wall.
The one we were just
Secret-
trying to open up?
Right.
Like
So
Bobby
we've gone to the west wall now of the castle. We've left the greenhouse behind. We've flown away. There is now a wall with a circle in it that an orangutan can comfortably fit through. That we can
Okay.
just fly through. That will take us outside.
Do you understand how big orangutans are, JJ?
Yeah, I have one.
You know what?
They're like 400 pounds. I pull out my orangutan book and I read it. How big are orangutans?
Okay, in your book, it says the Bomian orangutan is 3.9 to 4.6 feet tall, and the Sumatran orangutan is 4.5 to 6 feet tall. We haven't decided which orangutan you have.
Sumatran. I just decided.
Wow.
All right, you picked the larger one for some reason. So it's 4.5 to 6 feet tall. It's about the size of you. So if you could fit through it.
That's what I said.
Oh, I get why you picked the larger one. That makes sense.
For this specific situation, and it will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Well,
Yeah.
it seems like we can probably all fit through it now. Now that we've listened to it long enough.
Great.
Provided you manage to fly down a hallway, up, and make a sharp turn through a hole. So we're going to
Let's
do
do
some
it.
flight rolls.
Oh
Easy
no.
said than done.
All right, you guys have been practicing flying. Remember, you're the Terminator. You
This will
slaughtered
be-
everyone
Mhm.
at driving straight on your brooms in curling. We haven't done more arduous sports that require sharp turns. So I'm gonna say that this is gonna be an 8 for everybody.
No, and this is going to be T2 Terminator Returns.
Alex rests on his laurels and uses his free, like, I can take the half. I get a free 10. I'm in. I'm through.
All right, nice.
I don't know if you can see that. It's a 9.
You got a 9. Well done. Well done. That's doing great.
Oh, thank God. My flight is a D8. I keep thinking that it's a D4. Yes. Oh, this is much better. What do I need to beat? A 7?
8.
An 8.
8.
I have a 1, so I failed it. +1, so I have a 2 total. But yeah, at least I got an adversity point because I failed that.
I also got an adversity point, Paris, because I got a 4 + 1, which is a 5.
All right, you got a 5, and I'm sorry. What did Paris get? A 1.
1,
critical
but
failure.
+1, so I got 2 total.
I still got to take the critical failure because, well, no, this wasn't a critical failure because
That's
flight is not your main die, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, flight's not your main one. So no. Cancel that, Justin. I'm sorry.
Too late.
You're a good man. I see him. He's good. He's paying attention more than I am. Okay, so Paris completely shoots right past the window because I'll say you're leading the charge and you didn't see it coming. Whereas the others managed to make their turns and zip right through because they're smaller. JJ has a harder time making that sharp left-hand turn through the window, so you kind of land between them, like you bump into them, but you're fine.
You know that scene from Austin Powers when he has to back up the golf cart?
My God.
That's what I want to imagine that JJ had to do. He got the turn, but then couldn't.
Yeah, okay, that's what's happening. It's hilarious. That feels like a critical failure, but it's not because it's still better than someone noticing you guys doing it. This is what happened to Paris. So, Paris, you are now between the Grand Cafetorium and the front, like where everyone first came in to the school, if you recall. Yeah,
I mean,
and the students who were getting snacks are noticing that this whooshing sound happening from 4 brooms coming down the hallway, but then only you emerge. Now, it's dark, so they probably don't see who it is, but let's not make this worse, okay? Do another flight roll for me.
Okay.
And this is just, I want to gauge what's happening.
4 + 1, I got a 5.
Better.
Okay, I'm going to give her, what does she need to be, an 8?
Yeah, she doesn't need anything in particular.
I don't need
this
anything
time.
right
I just
now.
want to see how she does. Okay. And then JJ, you should also make another roll because you have to make another attempt.
Great. All
right.
Why I exploded? Yes, that is
Oh.
a 10 total +1, 11.
Great. You make your 3-point turn and you zip right through. No problem. You've joined your friends on the other side. Paris, Possum is hissing at people. They still don't really know who it is. You decide to loop around a bit and come back out. No, you actually tell me which way you go.
You said I was near the front door, though, at this point. I know you just, right before that, you said I looped around. Can I literally do a circle and loop right back? Are the front doors open? Can I just go out the front door and around the castle?
The front doors will not be open. You recall from your previous excursion how hard they can. Well, I mean, you can open it probably from the other side, maybe. But you had a hard time getting through the wrong way in last time you guys were sneaking outside.
Okay. I guess let's give it another whirl and see if I can find the little hole this time.
Okay. Roll flight for me one last time.
Now, my question before I continue this, there's no physical way that I could get a flight unless I get an adversity token from somebody, because even with I have a 6, but it's a +1 for flight, so I can only ever get a tops of 7.
You can explode.
What?
You can
Yeah,
explode.
we're counting on you to explode, I guess.
That means
you
I get
die.
my top. That means I get my top number.
Yeah, I
Yep,
guess you're gonna
and then
have
you
to
get a
get that
roll
top
again.
number.
But
That said,
JJ,
though, I think if Alex notices that someone hasn't made it, he's probably gonna pop back in to see what's up.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, I did indeed roll.
Give me your new
200.
number. Mm-hmm.
It's a 3 + 1, so I got a 4.
Alex, I want you to roll your flight, which is a really good one. You're gonna have to roll, not take the half, and I want to see how much you assist Paris on guiding her out.
Okay. It's a 5.
That makes 9. Y'all just
Alright.
make it through. It's a little awkward, but you do
All
it.
right.
I mean, I have
Alright.
diamonds with me, so great.
Yeah.
Through it,
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah. You got some
Thanks,
adversity tokens in the mix. That's fun. You are all now, once again, outside on the west side of the forest that surrounds the school, where you do not
Yay.
belong. And once again, someone noticed it happen.
Yay!
We'll
Whatever.
see if
We
that
noticed
matters.
kids.
We'll
we
see.
noticed kids getting to the roof earlier, so it's like people aren't going
Yeah,
outside
we're just
right
trying
now.
to go visit the guy with his dragon. We need
Yeah.
to talk to Brahms.
Yeah, I just want to make you nervous. You don't know how it's going to play out.
Is
Cool,
the
but
person
now
who
that you're
notices
outside-
us Brahms?
It's not Brom. You don't know who it is. They didn't notice you. You couldn't tell who it was.
Okay.
All right. Onward to the meeting with Brahm, yeah?
Yes. We fly to Brahm.
Yes.
All right.
Great. As you all come around the bend, you notice Brahm. You notice a lot of people. They're shorter in stature. That's all I'm going to say about that until you all decide to land. But know that there is a small crowd of smaller individuals hanging out with Brahm.
Okay, I go shh, and I'm trying to land but hide in the bushes so he can kind of peek in and see. And I say, I don't want to interrupt like an adult party. I haven't really been to a party before, so I don't want to make a mistake.
I think they're all students. Looks like a bunch of first years.
They look kind of weird looking. Are you
What
sure
are they?
those are even human?
I don't know. I look closer at them.
Do they have beards or little hats? Hang out in gardens?
Give me no.
I guess I'm asking the GM. Do they have that?
I was going to make my intuitive players roll for greater details, but Paris, ever the perceptive one, has pointed out that yes, they are what some refer to as halflings, like you met in the painting.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
I would still like all of you to roll flight one more time to see how well you land among the brush quietly.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is another 8. I'm gonna call it another 8. It's a very similar task in my mind.
Okay, I got a 7, but because I'm learning from my mistakes, I'm spending an adversity token to make it an 8.
Okay.
I exploded. I got a 12.
Yeah!
Yay. I land gracefully and with a hair flip.
Oh, balls.
I love that you're showing off for Brahm even though he can't quite see you.
I know.
Oh, I thought this was mint and it was toothpaste.
I would take toothpaste.
What a
right now.
trick. What a cruel trick.
You know what's weird?
What is-
It's gonna taste like beef jerky, but it's so hot.
The good stuff.
I mean, we've had these same ones for forever, just sitting on our desk. So
I'm gonna die.
All right.
I'm gonna die.
Katie and Zach, how did your characters fare?
Oh, I just got a 50.
you what?
Alex got a 15. He's fine.
Oh, great. Okay, cool. Great. Okay, I got a 2 plus 1, so I got a 3.
Or they might notice you.
Flight is not my
Yeah.
strong suit.
Can I
Well,
spend
they
diversity
I'd like to
tokens for
stop
Paris?
flying now.
they do notice the sound of you rustling through the trees, but a lot of animals do that. So I'm going to
Great.
say that you make the landing, but your hair is a mess now. It's got twigs and leaves, and it's all
Can I
tangled up.
assist Paris in her landing with some adversity tokens?
I mean, if you want to fix her hair, yeah, sure.
What if
I
she
mean,
don't
that's the
know?
only I'm giving it is that's the only consequence. She just has a rough landing and makes a bunch of noise. She's not spotted. Like everyone kind of over at the party, one rustling through the trees doesn't sound too out there for this group. So they hear it. Probably one or two people glance over in the direction, but nobody's paying mind to.
I mean, if
But
they get anxious,
Paris-
couldn't I just send Diamond out there? I guess like my little decoy. Be like, oh look, it was just a possum.
Yes, you could. Why don't you do that? Great.
He's got his flight goggles on. Don't forget Paris.
I got her little flight goggles off. It's
Oh.
good.
Hey, could you make
All
me
right.
some flight goggles for my orangutan? A side note.
I'll give him goggles when you give him a name.
Oh wow.
Paris has a genius idea. It works beautifully. Anybody who was paying attention to the rustling in the bush sees a possum come over there, and they all go, "Ah!" And you hear that their voices are very different.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's that.
What did we just?
And they go back to keeping their eyes on. Nobody.
Are they just watching the sky?
Nobody pays any mind to you all. You've completely nulled any consequence.
That's a good question. Zach asked if they're watching the sky.
Are they just
They
watching
are
like
watching. Yeah, they're watching the meteor shower. Sorry, what?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I just had a second wave of the heat from my beam get into my sinuses. Oh, this is bad. I don't like it.
So what are you guys doing now? You're cowering in the bushes, watching a group of
I've
little
never
people.
seen a halfling before. JJ's eyes are like this big. They're enormous. I am like, are they real? The whole thing is real? There's halflings? I turned to Anahit and Paris. I'm like, you didn't tell me that there are actual real hobbits?
I've never actually seen one either. I mean, I know they existed, but I never saw it till now.
And some of my schools are pretty loose about, student enrollment, so I see them at other schools.
Wait, why wouldn't they just let halflings
What?
enroll with regular people?
No, you haven't. Paris, have you?
I've
I
been
do
to
this to
so
you all
many
the time.
schools. I feel like all the schools I've been to, they can't all be like straight up humans, right? Or witches and wizard humans, or which
You know what? Yeah,
right.
You raise a very, very good point. A lot of schools around the country, now that you know that you're in America, tend to be pretty biased and segregated with their student body.
So
but
they
not
are
all
mostly
of them.
human?
But not all of them. But not all of them.
Okay.
And you have been to a lot. You've been kicked out of many a school.
I sure have.
So yeah, this is not the first time you've seen them.
But I probably haven't stuck around long enough to like really get to know whatever these little.
No, you
guys
don't.
are.
And I'll say this: you're not familiar with their culture, but you are familiar with them enough to know they're not one group of people. What you're seeing are different groups. Not they're they are hobgoblins, goblins, brownies, skisa, lots of different cultures are out there that you have gleaned over the years. You can't recognize who is who, but you know enough to know this might not be like one group of people.
Cool. Heard. Agreed.
Are they like by Brahm? Like, is he interacting with them, or is Brahm just like off to the side by the stable?
Brahm mentioned to you that he was homeschooled, essentially. trained by his family.
Yeah.
And he seems very at home with these people.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So among your half-elf friend are a group of smaller statured people, some with pointed ears. Yeah.
Do we?
They might be elves.
On heat. Do we say something? I mean, this is the coolest party I've never been invited to. Can we just go, or do we not go?
Oh, if we want to
Oh,
be
and they
invited.
absolutely are drinking. It's not a ruckus occasion, but you know, they're all basically watching the fireworks on the backyard. Yeah, they're having a couple ales. The
Oh,
older
do we still have
ones.
our snacks and drink?
Yes, I pull out some of the snacks that I have. I gave a lot to my orangutan, but I have some. I've got a banana, and I brought a juice box. Oh my God, is that dumb? Should I not have brought a juice box? Oh no.
It's
What do
great.
I
No,
do?
so I know when people go to parties, they usually bring something, right? We brought something. Anahi, your Brahms friend, we can just be his +4.
Wow.
Yeah, Paris, you've been to parties, right? This checks out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we probably most parties I go to, they're not gonna let you boys in.
Oh no.
I mean, I know I'm only 17, but I almost feel like we need to disguise you or something.
Okay. I mean, I guess I kind of like being myself, but I mean, if they don't like me as I am, I don't want to go in there anyways.
Do you have something to bring to the party besides just yourself?
I got
We
juice.
have snacks.
What? Oh, snacks. That's not what I thought you said. Snacks?
And I brought juice. I have an assortment of juices because I
That's a good
read that
mixer.
orangutans
Okay.
like a mixer. It's a beverage. What do you mix
Yeah.
with it?
Well, you could. They're clearly drinking some sort of beer, or maybe in their tongue, or their thing, ale or mead of some sort. So maybe to lighten up a little. I don't know. Uh, I've just had some of my mom's like boxed wine, to be perfectly honest. So
Oh, they put wine in boxes?
yeah, I think that's pretty sure that's a thing in 1998.
Leon is like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Came out in 1965. I'm fine. Boxed wine.
so do we just walk behind Anahit and then just like be your entourage? Okay, cool. I can do that. Put on
Okay.
an entourage.
I mean, yeah. I
All right,
hope
you
we
got
don't
this,
get in
girl.
trouble though. I don't know.
In trouble.
I
We're just
mean, Brahm's the only one that like I know. So, and I don't think
We
he
know,
would tell
Brahm.
on us, right?
I know Brahm. He's, a guy.
But he wouldn't tell on us, you think, right? I don't think he would.
I mean, the last time I talked to him, he was like, "Oh, ooh." That was exactly what he said. I don't remember the rest of it.
We got it. It's all about confidence.
Okay.
Okay, I guess.
All right, so we're walking towards Brahm now. Are we walking through the halflings to get to him?
Who's leading the group?
Me.
Oh, Anahi. She has
I've
to
assumed
be.
as much. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I want everyone to roll charm for me.
That's
Anahi,
right.
I want you to have advantage on this.
Okay.
For the record, Alex is like being as friendly as possible. Is like, "Hey, how you doing?" to like everyone as he walks by.
Oh no.
AJ's gripping the bottom of his shirt like this and just like trying not to be uncomfortable, meeting all these new people. That tracks. That's a 6 + 1. That's a
Fantastic.
7 for JJ.
Okay.
What
That's
is
a 12.
12, 7, 12.
Yes.
I'm sorry, what was your question, Zach?
What do we need to roll?
I'm just,
Charm.
this is a scale of 1 to 20. I just want to see how charm.
Oh, because I got a 1.
Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
All right, I got a 6.
Okay. With advantage?
No. +2.
Hmm?
My advantage is like +2.
Sorry.
what?
What I mean is, would you roll charm again? Do it a second time
Oh,
and give
oh,
me the higher number
oh.
with all of your
Uh,
perks added on.
Okay. Well
It's a
then.
D&D rule. It's not a kids on brooms thing. I really miss D&D, so I'm incorporating rules from a different game system into this one.
Okay, so 8 plus 1 plus, what did I just roll? A 6? 15?
That's no.
15.
So the way advantage works is you roll your dice 2 times,
Yeah.
and whatever the highest number is, that's the dice roll you take.
Okay, then I got 9 because 8 plus 1.
Okay. All right. Not bad. You are not.
I think our
you all-
heart is in it.
Your heart is in it, yes. But still, you are where you do not belong, and you are meeting people you were not meant to meet. So as you walk up to the party, everyone's not everyone, but most of the party is a little aghast. They, some of them feel like they got caught, but at the same time, they know that they're in the right. Yeah, people are saying party foul because these kids are walking up trying to kill their good time as far as they know. This one kid over here is walking in like he's Tobey Maguire without a care in the world. And everyone is like, who invited him? They're really not into.
So since
One-
this is this considered an aesthetic thing?
You're
As we're coming
walking
in?
up?
Yeah, us walking up, because since I'm trained in brains, but it's only specifically for like our aesthetic or our appearance, would I get more on that for our group or no?
No. If you were trying
No,
to change
okay.
your appearance, if you decided you wanted to go that way, I would have given
Okay.
you the ability to do that a little better than you would on your other brains rolls.
Okay.
And that counts for every roll, by the way. That has nothing to do with brains. That is just, you are better at that than you are at picking locks in every other spell.
Gotcha. Okay.
But there's a couple of characters that you're about, coming up to you as you come up to them that are like, oh my god, and they're really excited, and they are making the sounds, these one or two people that we make when we see cute cats. And you recognize maybe one of these voices as being like, they're so cute.
Is that our magizoology teacher?
No. This one is such a deep cut, I actually want to do a brains roll.
Okay.
So, yeah. Whoever feels like rolling brains can go ahead and do it.
Well, I got a 4.
I doubt you guys will recognize this voice, but in case you get a lucky break,
I got a
anyone
4.
else? Okay.
2.
I got a 3.
Okay. You recognize, you've heard this voice. It's not from a professor. And that's all I get to say about that. It's fine.
Oh,
It's
Mickey
fine.
Mouse. Dang it.
Yeah.
We missed our Mickey Mouse moment. I guess we're not going to get sued for IP infringement.
Yeah. Not everyone has pointed ears. Some have very, no matter what direction they're facing, stay the same shape.
Whoa.
That was me. That was me joking. That was me joking. I have to work on how dry my jokes are.
Like a desert.
Please don't sue Disney or Warner Brothers while we're at it. They made The Hobbit, right? Yeah.
Where's Brom? We're making a beeline for Brom here.
Brom is the only one who is not shocked, I'll say. He does seem upset, but it softens when he catches Anahit's gaze. Because he realized, oh, well, I at least know who this one is. And maybe they're not, the rest of them aren't so bad. But he's very reserved. As you know, Brom is a little strong. He's strong-willed, He's not the toughest nut, or the softest nut to crack. So he goes through the crowd of confused people who are trying to figure out why these students, how they got here and why they're here in the first place and who invited them. Brom parts through the crowd to talk to you, Anahit. Is
Hi.
hi. What are you doing here?
Oh, we just came to ask you something really quick.
What, me?
Yeah, you.
Sorry, who told you I was here?
Oh, uh, that's kind of a long story, but yeah, we're just wondering, do you have like one of those dragon hide gloves, like something that would be strong enough to, say, theoretically pick up a meteorite with? Maybe.
I have to ask, how did you plan on catching it?
Well,
Oh, did you want me to do that too?
no, we were just hoping that we would like find one that fell and then pick it up and use it.
Yeah, we were going to redirect one towards the Earth. That was a really good idea.
Wait, do you know how to catch one?
No, catch a falling star. I mean, I'm good, but I can't pluck the stars out of the sky. And he looks at Anahi because if I remember anything about 1998, that was this close to being that pickup.
Are you sure you can't?
You hear some of the people be like, I have to, but yeah, before I say, I really like you guys, and they leave and head out, and everyone's like, oh yeah, have a good night, see you soon.
Unknown character that
Like
could have been
some
making
of,
us.
yeah, some of the group are leaving, and Brahm is, okay, so you were gonna hopefully find, and I was like looking at the rest of you, meteorite as it fell in the grounds, and I have to know, and do what with? Wait, I'm actually thinking about it. What are you gonna do with it?
JJ, why don't you take that one?
I look at Alex and I'm like, I mean, show him the thing.
We were gonna add space magic to this.
Oh man! God, I love this.
It sounds dumb
you-
when you say it like that.
You hold up your porcelain box with the gold markings that is clearly a figurine, and he goes, and then it goes, hi, my name is Frisket. What's yours? And he's like, is actually shocked for a minute. And he's like, oh, okay, wow. Jeez. What is that? Where did you find this thing?
He doesn't have a familiar. We decided to try and, get him, build him one. I learned a little bit about golems and magic and stuff, and what's the point of magic if you can't, help make friends? So his right now kind of sucks. All it does is stare at you with those horrible eyes, and, we're trying to make it better.
Huh. That's really nice of you all.
Yeah, my friends are really cool.
Yeah. All of that stubborn intensity in Brahm kind of washes away. And since we're joined by Link and wanting to do a familiar check, I'm actually going to take this further. I'll just cut right to the chase. Brahm goes, okay, just please be cool. And he looks at you, especially Alex, and it's like, please, just they're normal people. Don't make it weird, man. He turns over his shoulder and he says, Guile, can you want to help me out with something? And some of the group turned their heads and they're like, yeah, Brom, what is it? And he starts to walk over. Guile and a few others start to come over and meet in the middle, so to say. You've got the group's attention, most of them. And he says, hi, these are some of the students that I met, and they did a really interesting thing that I think you can help them out with. Or if not you, Nakanagi or Hitchin or somebody. And they're like, oh yeah, sure, Brom, what is it? And hi, kids. And they're all kind of like uncomfortably not really sure how to read the room kind of vibe. Greet each one of you. And
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah. And they say, yeah, what do you need? Brom points to Frisket and says, they tried to make this figure come alive through magic, and they were going to try to find a meteorite to help finish the job. And they all kind of like are confused, and one of them chuckles like, but I think rather than have them hope to find a fallen rock in the middle of these woods and harness an untapped energy that they're not familiar with to create a spell that they've never done before, I just figured I don't want this guy's thing to break. You would be better suited to help. And they say, you know what? That is not the kind of request that we normally do here, but yes. And he looks at you, JJ, and he says, we will grant your request. And then Brom's like, no, it's this kid over here. And they look at Alex, yeah. And they go, yeah, all right, fine. Give us 10.
Hey, he's one of my. I whispered, Alex, what did you do?
I just said hi.
How did you say hi? Say hi to me like you said hi to them. Oh God.
Yeah. One of the because they have large pointed ears. One of them says like, yeah, he said hi like a spaz, and they're like Hickley.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. Look, we're all new to this thing. I'm JJ, by the way.
Yeah, hi. Oh yeah, that's Hickley Hitchin. That's Nakanagi over there. It's yeah. And they start to introduce you to the group and let you fold into their party. And then somebody says, "Do you want to get a drink?" So why don't we do that, everyone? Why don't we take a 10-minute break or a 5-minute break? Everyone, I finished my tea. I would love a drink, and we'll meet back here and find out what's going on and who these people are.
Cool.
This is an unexpected route I did not anticipate this evening, and I'm really looking forward to unveiling who this group of people is to you.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We'll see you all in, I don't know, 5 minutes? What do you say, Justin?
Yeah.
5 minutes, everyone. Stay tuned for more Walk on Roll presents Dungeons and Detention. It's a party!
Party.
We are having a party here. We're all gathered. You're invited. You're hanging out with us. Thank you for being here. I can't say it enough. And we're having a grand old time with several different types of people who you've all gotten to know. I want everyone just to do a quick little charm roll for me. Just real quick and just with advantage because you're mingling. You're starting to get a read of the room and figuring out how everybody is.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah.
Everyone's excited that, you know, say like, hi, it's been a while. And, you know, everyone's catching, well, they've caught up, but, you know, you got a 10? Great. Who else? How's everyone else doing here? 10s. Nice
9.
10s all around. Double high fives are being passed back and forth. 9. Fantastic.
Mine's a 13.
Dang, Paris is
13.
holding court.
Yep. I got lots of charm.
Paris is charming everyone. You've gotten to know what is collectively referred to as the Hob, a group of individuals made up of different cultures, ranging from dwarves to elves to Nisa, goblins, gremlins, all sorts of creatures that you may or may not have heard about in your travels or storybooks. Hobbits is the only one that's not really a thing here, as you've come to learn, but nobody is bothered by it. You rolled 10, so like it's not a perfect conversation we're having. No one's bothered by it because it happens all the time. But yes, you're meeting a group of legendary creatures of folklore called the Hob, and among them are they've introduced you to Guile, Nathaniel, Braniel, Stanthony. Those are more of the goblin characters, but the gremlins, who make up the majority of the crew here, are Nakagoni, Hitchin Hickley, Coggerburn. He's Coggerburn has been the chef here for quite some time. Every now and again, Nakagoni fills in for him. And, you know, they shared a story about the one time that this kid came up to the table and was asking for powdered sugar, but like it was late. They didn't have powdered sugar. So when they sent back brown sugar for him and liquid sugar, and he was like, I asked for powdered sugar. They told him, I was like, you'll never believe the kid I had to talk today. Think about it. And then, oh my God, you're the kid? And they're all having a great laugh to get, with all of you.
So, okay, you got to fill me in here because, the food doesn't appear magically. You have to make it?
I mean, it appears magically, but yeah, we are making the food, you know, and we're aided by magic. You need a refill in your drink, by the way?
I'm like, I sniff it. Is it beer? I was drinking apple juice before. Now I'm like,
it's for you. It's probably root beer. Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like root beer or ginger ale, like, you know, a sparkling non-alcoholic beverage.
Okay.
They're not a bunch of drunks. They have a variety of, and also they're prepared to not, like the liquor cabinet is kept for them, you know, that and the faculty. Well, what they actually are, the faculty. You've learned that about them, that they work at the school. And you can feel free to continue with your questions, JJ.
Last year I didn't even know anything like this existed. You know, they should show you guys working. Like, I feel like everybody in there just thinks their food just shows up magically. We don't know that there's somebody, like, you know, working and doing stuff. Like, it's so frustrating.
Well, you know, we decided that it was best that, you know, we try not to interact with the kids because too much, because it's, you know, we're trying to help develop growing young minds, and it's not about us, it's about you. I mean, it's our school, don't get me wrong, we run the place, but you know, some of the Hob are you know, they get distracted from their duties when they get to play with the kids. And you remember there was like one or two that were like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Alex has 100% been drawn to them specifically.
Yeah. They are treating you like their pet. Yeah. They are giving you treats and pets. Maybe asking, like trying to like pet your shoulder, and you're maybe your chest, and they're being a little um
Who knew the New Jersey folks were so nice?
yeah. So you come to learn that they, as far as they see it, it's their school, that they are the ones who hire the faculty. They are the
Mhm.
ones who run the operations. They are the ones who allow students to be at the school and do essentially, and they're not saying this, but they see you like their pets. They are trying to make sure that you grow up healthy and strong, and for the cute little semi piglets that you all are.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is a weird vibe.
It's a weird vibe. Yeah. Uh,
Um,
mm-hmm. Anybody
uh,
else want to strike up conversation right now?
I was gonna go up to Brahm.
Let's have you go up to Brahm.
Okay.
And with that, I want you to make a special charm roll with him. The group, you got a 9. That's great. That's good. Do it again for Brahm.
Okay. Oh, it's a 9 out of 10.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you're still in good terms. Um, yeah, he's mingling with everybody else just the same. There's a
Um,
fire not too far. It's not roaring, but it's there.
are you studying? Yeah, okay. Anyway, so I go up to Brahm, and is he like kind of away from the group a little bit, or is he like mingling with everyone?
Well, the good news is you're tall enough that you guys can meet eyes. And, yeah, you can come right up to him. It's not an issue. It's a party, you don't have to like sift through people or anything.
Okay,
Like
you
it's
like
not
cut
you're
off.
not. Yeah,
Your
like
audio cut off. Cut off. So
oh,
I didn't quite
you
hear
know,
it.
like some of the people are treating Alex like he's in a petting zoo, but it's not that for you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Good
All right.
information for us.
All
Yeah,
right.
you don't have to like push people aside to get to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just kick their knobby little heads out the way.
Cool. So I'm walking up to Brahm, then just straight up, and yeah. Um. So yeah. So I'm like, hey, Brahm. So like, how are you friends with all these people? Like, who are they to you? Or is it just like you just know them from being at the school, or or what?
Well, yeah, one of my parents used to work here, and now I work here. I took a summer job years ago, and trying to get my training a little further along. And because I'm half elf, they thought it would be good for me to kind of be around uh, my ilk, so to speak, and so I'm like kind of a student here, but not really. It works out.
That's cool. Like, why were you guys out here instead of in, like one of the other places where people are watching the meteor shower?
So when the school first started, they didn't think it was having the staff running around. The they're kind of the staff here. With the students was a little distracting. We kept wanting to fix all their problems, but they weren't really learning anything because they were having us do everything for them. So we tried to find this balance where, everyone could take in as many students as they want and look after them and, you know, um, raise them up. But we tend not to interact with them much unless it's like a special club or, for some of the older students or on certain programs. But like at the same time, we also discovered that some students would see us serving them food and just assume that we're the staff, we're the help, and we're not. We're running the school for them. But everyone has their different reasons for doing it. If you talk to the gremlins, they will get on a soapbox about it. It's complicated, but we just kind of decided that it was easier for everyone, especially the headmaster, who is supposed to be the person in charge, who's supposed to look like they know what they're doing, if we didn't have all these other characters running around. Did that answer your question?
Yeah. But it seems like you're kind of isolated then, like from people your age. You're more with these older people.
I mean, I kind of like hanging out with them. Humans kind of suck sometimes. Sorry.
All humans?
Oh, I mean, no, obviously, like my mom's great.
Okay.
You're cool. I mean, obviously, I work with Professor Penn Walton and the staff and the faculty. Obviously, not all people, but like, I don't know. I just don't feel like partying with a bunch of high schoolers who are supposed to be in bed at night. And I get to like hang out with these cool people. I mean, we're outdoors. We got a fire. We got drinks. It's cool out here. I like being out here. How'd you get out here?
Yeah. Well, we kind of flew here on our brooms. You won't tell on us, will you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't. Oh, and don't tell any of the other students about us.
I will.
It opens a whole can of worms that I certainly don't want to be dealing with. And if you do decide to tell them, don't tell them to come to me about it. Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Thanks.
So how is this gonna work with your friends and animating this golem thing that our friend is using as his familiar?
I mean, it's magic, it's elven magic. Do you want to see?
Yeah.
Okay. So, when Brahm walks, he's kind of seen as the prince of the group. So, like, he has no problem getting where he needs to go. And now you're with Lady. Yeah. So he walks up.
Did Brahm say that he was half elf, half human?
Yes, he did.
Is that what he said? Okay, cool. Just wanted. Great, thank you.
Yeah. So as you approach the people working on animating this object, they walks up and they're like, "Let me guess, Brahm, you got another question?" He's like, "No, just I'm just here, or just here as observers." And you basically find them doing a more elaborate, more animated version of what you did not see Alex do. They are diligently like drawing sigils around it and just using magic. And I mean, it's you don't recognize what they're doing. You do recognize that they are not using wands. It's like having someone speak to you in a language you don't understand. It seems faster to you, and you're not really grasping how it works. But eventually, the stiff Teddy Ruxpin face starts to be a little softer, and like you see the nose twitch as it's smelling for the first time and looking around, and it's not a full-fledged fox. It still moves a little stiffly. For anybody who understands animation, it moves on the twos. It feels like it's stop motion animating. but
This
it
has kind of
is
gotten
animating.
JJ's attention. So JJ is
Mhm.
sort of floated over there and is just sort of like sitting and watching, because he was really into the graphs and sigils and stuff for creating, protective runes and everything. And so he's just sitting. I just want you to know he's there watching this happen.
Awesome. And Paris, I haven't checked in with her. What's she
So
doing?
these little halflings, some of them have long beards.
Yeah, especially the dwarves.
Okay, then I'm
I
definitely
mean,
I'm chatting up because I'm super charming right now with my 13. I'm
mhm.
chatting up a storm with one of these dwarves and telling him all about my crimping machine and how crimping is the way of the future. And if maybe I can crimp his beard sometime.
Oh my god.
I gotta get my
Uh,
clientele.
I
Oh my
uh-huh.
didn't
god.
see that.
How are you
Yeah,
like that in school? Your
he
business
and
acumen.
his wife both are like, yes, we'd love to have you.
Great.
And yeah, and because you're charming them, some of them, and maybe it's the ale that's charming them. It's a good mix, and they're like, let's see her more often. We can invite her around. Yeah, and you're starting to gather a few people who are like, yeah, like we don't have to be so hush hush around this one. She's cool. Maybe some of
Yeah,
the others. She's an older
it'll be
kid. She's probably fine.
it'll be
They don't
great.
realize you're a first year and that this is new for you.
I mean,
Also, it's not your first time meeting people of the shorter stature. Yeah.
exactly, and they're up later, so it's kind of perfect to get them as like my potential future clients or folks I can like test things on. Where I'm like, guys, slumber
Oh
party.
yeah, and they're like, oh, where do we find you? Do you like like do you have a website? I hear those are a thing that kids are using a lot.
Oh no.
I mean, I was just
Top
being
8
at
is
school.
all
You can't
goblins.
miss me.
Oh,
Or
okay.
what is it?
Your top 8 is all goblins.
Oh
Oh
gosh.
yes.
Yeah, is MySpace? I guess
Yeah.
is that right on MySpace? When did that
Too
come out?
When I don't think.
Let's see.
Are you
When did
handing
that
out
come
those little AOL CD-ROM discs to people? Like, hey,
Yeah.
try AOL 60 minutes
God
for
dang.
free and find
Is
me
this
on Hotmail.
pre MySpace? So I
When
mean, I'll print out some little, or I mean, honestly, they know I'm a student at the school, right? So
mm-hmm. Yeah, and when the website word gets dropped, some of the gremlins nearby like, oh no, none of that here, and just give him your business card. Like, don't have to bring stupid technology into this. And then it was like, yeah, we will shut that down. You will shut it down. Yeah.
Yes, there goes the computer lab idea.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they're like
Oh,
they're in
there-
Dresden.
There's
Yeah, right.
yeah. Yeah, so they're just like, okay, fine. Just yeah, just tell us your company name and we'll figure it out. And then the one of the grandma's like, oh, you think you're better than me? Because we're in New Jersey. It just had to be said once. Sorry.
Oh god.
You're garbage. You're dwarven garbage.
Like, whoa, calm down,
I'm having
everyone.
fun.
Calm
I
down.
wanna-
We'll do
I wanna
massages
see it.
next.
A New Jersey dwarf. Yes, I need to see
Yeah.
this. Someone illustrate
Yeah.
that, please.
Yeah. Why is everybody yelling? They seem so angry. Oh, that's right, we're on the East Coast. I forgot.
Yeah.
Wait, which one of these creatures is Snooky?
I know, GTO. That's what I was waiting for.
Again, hobbits aren't in this universe.
Oh, roasted.
Bam! Second South Park reference from that episode in 5 minutes. All right.
Wow.
That is my knowledge of New Jersey. Yeah. End of scene. Yeah. So great. You're mixing. They're asking for what your company name is. Feel free to dwell on that. Meanwhile, Paris and JJ are watching magic take place and give life to Frisket. And I'm assuming, Alex, are you nearby, or are you just too caught up in being fed grapes and things?
So as Alex is being pampered, he's trying to get information.
Oh
Do
boy.
tell.
First of all, he's trying to suss out who's in charge here, right? top of this pecking order.
Wow, you really made me wish I'd thought of that.
Kevin Mooney has come up with 9,000 names for this episode, and you're like, "Hey, now give me the power hierarchy."
Maybe it's one of the 9,000 names.
Okay, so they're like, I mean, we all kind of group and a team, but like, and they start being like, yeah, but I mean, we all do our thing, but we're managed by Nakagani. He's the kind of head charge. Like, yeah, but we don't like answer to him. He just kind of keeps, make sure that the engine's running smoothly. That would be the guy in charge. Like,
Could you
they're all
introduce me
kind
to
of,
him?
yeah, but okay. And they're like, I'll do it. So they love you. You're adorable. You with your curly hair. Your pinchable cheeks. Yeah, they walk you over to Nakagani, who was one of the gremlins who approached when he first called over Guile and the others. So you've kind of met this person already. But yeah, sure. This is Nakagani, and he's probably the most sober one at the party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
It's quite an information you've got going on here. This whole school is I mean, all of you, yes, but your thing. It's really impressive.
I mean, I didn't build it, but
Sure.
thank you.
No.
Thank you.
How long has the school been around? I mean, who did build it?
Oh wow, she's well, the girl who designed it, she's around. She could probably tell you more about it if you're really interested in the architecture and the history of it. But it was been here for, oh God, what year is it now? 60, 70 years. Yeah.
It's got a lot of
Secrets
in those walls, right?
Well, that's the way that the let's just call it the founder wanted it. He wanted it to be this ridiculous thing, and it just didn't work out that way. Just wizards. I mean, no offense. You come up with these zany ideas. Yeah, you make a lot of demands, and then sometimes you keel off, and we are just left to like figure it out.
So what have you figured out? What do you know about this?
I know everything about this school, except for the exact year it was built. I'm not into all the details about the Art Deco or whatever it is. Yeah, you're gonna have to talk to Effie for that, or Emmy. You have so many names, guys.
You got so many friends that you just have to write them down. Huh?
Yeah, Allie. That's The other one's like, oh yeah, Ellie. You gotta talk to Ellie. She's she hangs around with the other. Well, she's not faculty, but she hangs around with them.
Great. I'll be sure to meet her again. Really, really wonderful stuff you have going on here.
Thank you. We just try to keep the place up and running and working out smooth for you kids. Have you had any issues?
No. It's been great.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, bye.
Bye. Nice meeting you.
Goes back to his friends.
All right.
I was over watching that conversation from my part by the little thing, and I noticed Alex didn't do any finger guns when he left, and I was very proud of him. From afar.
It took restraint.
I saw it. The struggle in your face.
So, yes.
I just wanted to lean forward to one of the guys working on the sigils around
Well, good, because
the
they're about
creature.
wrapping up at this point. So get your questions in now.
Is there any way I could like talk to my familiar? He's an
Uh,
orangutan, and we don't really
yeah, the
know
guy
each other.
goes, yeah, no, he'll talk back, but I mean, I wouldn't call it like full speech or whatever. It's one thing to give a thing life and it's another thing to give it consciousness, and it's a whole nother thing to make it like cognizant, like a real like an intelligent animal. So don't expect a whole lot.
Oh
Just
no,
holding up
sorry,
the
sorry, not that. That's I'm a different guy. Um,
oh
I ha
oh
familiars are magic, right? They just sort of follow wizards
yes,
around.
they are, and they put the finishing touch to the thing.
Okay,
Um,
I just my familiar's kind of broken. He doesn't really listen to me, and I don't really understand him. Do you know, is there any way that I could like communicate with him with words or anything, just so we can sort of know what each other is thinking?
I'm sorry. Uh, what's your familiar?
An
We we
orangutan?
don't really do the familiar thing. So it's kind of a gray area for us. Like I don't. Sorry. What? Yeah. Go on.
No, it's all right. I just, he's like the only thing I have left from my old life. So I wanted to
Yes.
just connect with him a little more. That's fine. That's okay. I sort of look over and see Brahm and Anahit talking, and I sort of remember the connection that Brahm has with his dragons.
You're talking to an elf, to a couple of elves, and one of them steps in and goes, "Look, it's great that you want to connect with your familiar. We don't not really something that we do here, but I think it's really great that you want to have a better connection to your animal friend. We encourage being connected to nature, and that's what your familiar is. It's an extension of you and nature, kind of meeting together. So, I this I'm no we're no experts certainly, but I would say just maybe be more attuned to your surroundings. Maybe be less, more in tune to nature. Our Mother Earth, our Father Sky. Your ancestors. See the world through their eyes, not one that is so caught up in the modern world. Get in touch with your magic. And then you hear one of the Gromans go, "Yeah, put your laptops and your computers away."
A laptop. Those things are huge. Thanks. I sort of feel
Get
around it.
off the
Yeah.
TV.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all.
It sounds like somebody's never seen the first Top Gun movie because it was great. Because it was. Did you see it? Never mind. This conversation's over.
And with that, in that moment, Frisket has been brought to life. So Alex, you've been caught up in conversation with Nakageni, and now,
Yeah.
you should be aware. You should be aware that baby Frisket's looking for his mama.
Uh,
Oh my god.
dramatically across the party, despite it being loud, Alex hears a small yip from a small fox creature thing in his
It
soul.
sounds just a little tinny. It's high
Yeah,
pitched tinny yip.
but it calls to him, and slowly he turns to catch its eye, and hopefully then run towards each other and
Oh my
into
god. Yes. The crowd's part. The Cranberries Linger plays. No, wait. Katie, you might look me up. Is this Sixpence None the Richer time? Or
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see. So
Okay.
kiss me.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So out of the bearded barley come the fireflies
Wow.
and the shimmering meteor shower above and the glistening of porcelain eyes. You make contact with Frisket. The crowd of people parts as it runs towards you. Its little hop.
Kiss me.
Out on the moonlit there's your broken man.
Some of the hair on the fox is accented with gold. So you can be spinning the golden with hair. The tail, you know.
JJ's in the background going.
Yeah, ultimately it perches upon my shoulder, whereas it's home. The tiny fox.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And yeah, there's a few misty eyes in the room. Everyone's having a great time. You have kind of been welcomed into the fold after that touching moment. I think between you and Paris's natural gift for the gab, you've all made friends with the hob.
Nice.
And yeah. Any other things that you guys want to go over? The party starts to wind down. Theirs is not going to rage all night because a lot of them have work in the morning.
No, I think JJ's just gonna kind of sit back, maybe go sit down next to Alex, and God, Finnick, what is its name?
Frisket.
Frisket. There you go.
I was gonna say frickin'.
Frisket the biscuit. He's
Frisket.
just gonna kind of like watch the stars fall and contemplate having a new set of friends.
That's definitely, yeah. I think that moment takes precedence. Just kind of enjoying the moment.
Anahit
For
is
me.
enjoying the moment. What's wrong?
Oh, yeah.
What is Anahit enjoying?
Oh boy.
Anahit
Because that was a
is-
very romantic scene that happened around you.
Anahit is reaching in her purse, her bag, and
Uh-oh.
And I'm not judging. We're not judging. We're
her,
just curious.
her little sachet.
Mhm.
She's
The love
holding
sachet
on
she
to
made
it.
in herbology.
She's holding it in her hand, and she's thinking about looking at him, and yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
On a heat is on a in heat.
No. Wow.
How hot is she? Roll for charm.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord.
I'm going to keep my eye on the chat because I know Justin will chime in on this.
Oh, I got an 8. I'm pretty damn charming right now. 8 out of 10.
All right. 8 out of 10. I'm going to give you advantage because Sixpence on the Riches Kiss Me is playing.
True.
Do it one more time. One more time.
How are we saying it?
Hell, no. I'm going to let you add your next die roll to
Oh
this.
Yeah.
God. Oh
Add
man.
it.
Oh,
Roll it
Lord.
one more time.
Okay.
There's a voice in your head, or actually one of the hob for all you know, screaming, "Do it on a heat!"
I got a 6. So
Okay, 8 and 6 is 14.
And tonight's
alright,
episode is the
cool.
14th episode.
It's the 14th episode. You're 14 years old. It all is coming together. It is
Mind-blowing.
a magical moment. You couldn't plan it any better if you were talking about it instead of planning it. Like if you had planned this moment and then went, "Oh, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to tell you what I envisioned instead." Yeah, it's better than that. So,
So
yeah, you share a loving romantic high school kiss Uh,
Dun, dun,
yeah.
dun.
Ew, brown.
Wow, we're all growing up so much.
Oh my God. Ooh, mischief is
Yeah.
being made. Notes are going to be passed in class. This is fantastic.
Does anybody notice? That's the thing. So JJ and Alex are looking. I'm looking up at the sky, laying on the back, on my back like this. I didn't see anything.
Alex is probably focusing on the sky or Frisket right now.
I'm massaging one of the little guys' backs, but I'm looking over at Anahi and I'm smiling, going, "Yeah."
Why are you massaging a guy's back?
Because I'm doing the little massage oils. I'm just giving them a taste of all the little different things that I can. It's
So
like
you started like a clinic down here.
they're my new clients. Okay, leave me alone. They love it. They're people of the earth. I'm trying to help them out, make them feel good.
They're like,
Networking
oh
event
God,
for
this
them.
is so much better.
Yeah,
Like,
Jesus
I'm never going
Christ.
to Nedra for this again. This is way better.
We come down here to drink and get free animals made, and Paris is like, okay, now time to start my small business.
Yeah, my empire will be color pop eventually. Come on, my grandma's thing has got to come to, fruition sometime.
My God. I'm so happy. That's great. This is the most, aside from the business conferencing that Paris is doing, this seems like the most quintessential TV, like high school moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
Like
And
MTV Movie Awards or whatever. It's like best kiss. Yeah.
Yes, this is it. Oh my God. And who knows? This could be in Gossip Girl because I'm sure they did networking in Gossip Girl at parties. So this is probably it.
I mean, I'm still there, like cheering her on, like watching. I'm doing my business, but I'm going, oh yeah.
Oh, and he's an older man too.
Oh yeah.
All right. So to answer the chat's question, Anahi and Brahm are sharing a passionate kiss, while "Kiss Me" from Sixpence None the Richer plays in their heads.
The YouTube video.
You know what? No, I want to go even farther. There's that one guy at every party who brings out an acoustic guitar, and that person on their little hob lute is playing Sixpence None the Richer's "Kiss Me." And they were playing it, lest I remind you all, they were playing it for the moment in where Frisket reunites with Alex. But it's playing for you. It's playing for you.
Somebody in the background goes, "Free bird."
Yeah, as with every party. I absolutely love what's happening here. So I'm going to say let's just close out here and assume you all have a great time for the rest of the night. Decide to leave whenever you want. But how to do that? I made a mistake at the beginning of the episode. I decided not to distribute house points to people like Mary Elba and Emily Bowden, who were wonderful at our last game. Amber, our good friend Amber, who was chiming in a lot. Their house points have been distributed accordingly. I, however, overlooked that our boy Alex won inspiration, like by a landslide at our last game. Not that he needed it this round. So instead of inspiration, Alex, before we all find out how we're going to leave, I grant you the opportunity to ask a question to this group. And I will award you inspo with this. Ask a question to me. Depending on what you ask, I will give appropriate amount of information that you should know. And if you're not satisfied, I'll give you inspiration. So maybe ask it again or a different question.
So I finally talked to the lady who built the castle, right?
No.
And in my mind, no, I'm not. She's not there.
No, she is not here.
Damn. All right, I go back to my bud.
Not here.
My bud from before, who I was talking to.
To Nakagani? Nakagani?
Yeah.
Name.
Yeah.
Name.
Nakagani. I say, so you know everything about this castle, huh?
Nakagani says, I mean, I know its ins and its outs. You know, I didn't build it with my own two hands. If that's your, I know its ins and outs. I know how to run the school. Yeah. What's your question? I know you have one, kid.
What's one thing that all of the students here, what aren't we supposed to know? We're here to learn.
You're here to learn how to do magic. You're not here to learn how to do a job. So what's one thing, like, you want to know, like, a secret of the school? Is that it?
Yeah.
You want to, like, a fun fact about it? Is that it?
No. I don't need you to tell me the secrets. Not the answers, at least.
All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you this. A lot of. I think this is very interesting. You were asking about when was it built and how do they do it and why is it so weird? It wasn't supposed to be a school.
Oh,
Yeah.
what was it?
No. It's supposed to be, and he gestures up behind it. It's supposed to be a mausoleum. Isn't that creepy?
Yeah.
I need a new drink, and he wanders off.
Oh God.
It's a ghost house?
Were we wandering
Now-
through like the halls of catacombs underneath the freaking castle?
Did we
I'm
all
surprised you're so
overhear that?
shocked, Paris, because you were the one who called it. You were the one who asked if this was like housing a dead body at our last episode with Nurse Nedra.
This is Katie being shocked right now. No.
Yeah. Sorry, Katie.
What?
If you recall, Paris had asked Nedra, upon finding out she was a necromancer, if there were dead bodies all around the school.
Yeah.
And her answer was, it's not a mausoleum. Not anymore.
Wow.
And with that,
We call
I'm
that a
going to
half
conclude
lie,
tonight's
Nedra.
session.
Whoa.
Right.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. When Nakagani revealed that secret, one of the other hob was like, "Whoa!" Like, yeah, yo, people are reacting like, "Oh my god, you told them," or maybe they didn't know themselves. Mm-hmm. I had a blast this episode. I was not prepared for it to go this route. I was honest to God leaving it open to any number of avenues that I will not share with you because you didn't take them. I never expected you guys would want to go find. I don't know why I didn't expect you want to go find Brob and wander into his party. I thought you were going to hit the roof. I thought you might go to bed. I did not expect this. But I had a blast getting to make up all these random characters on the fly and have all these conversations with you. This was such a treat for me. So I hope you guys had fun too.
Wow. Yeah, that was a blast. Oh, boy.
Yeah. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Man, I'm trying to I'm just like going back over my head of everything that happened.
Yeah.
Like, we had
What
a
were
lot
your
of
favorite
really fun
moments?
things.
Everybody out in the audience, the student body, let us know what some of your favorite moments were. I will share them with the players, and we'll all talk about them. Yeah, you guys pretty much spent the entire time out here. You started off in the observatory, or the planetarium, as I like to refer to it, and then you went. You just took a beeline to get outside, but that's pretty much all you did. Once you're outside, you were here all night.
I loved that we worked together for the three of us worked together for the brooms. Like just all of that, like in the beginning, trying to like summon our brooms and making them appear. I thought that was a whole lot of fun to get that done. That was great. I just enjoyed that. And then I
like that too. It's an absolute shame the majority of you rolled critical failure. I really wanted that to work, but I can't.
I mean,
I can't let it happen.
We were still able to then come together and like make them all appear. That was cool. And that was even cooler, I think, than
That's
making them
right,
fly
yep.
up there.
And the person who got
Yeah.
the broom wasn't even able to fly a freaking broom.
Oh my
So I don't know what
god.
that says. I don't know what that says about anything.
Wow. Yeah, gosh, I loved the party, you know. Geez, way to go creating all of that.
Oh, thank you. Well, that was actually you guys. Once we hit the party, you all kind of took your own avenues and did fantastic things. You tried to learn more about the actual magic and how it's used. Anahi had a very romantic moment with Brom. Paris was starting her brand new business that she has been talking about doing and is prophesized to fulfill. And Alex also had a romantic moment with his new familiar.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on at that party. And you got information out of the head honcho. Like, I didn't go into this party knowing there was a head honcho, so we all learned things.
See, even you learned something.
Yeah. That's what I love about you guys.
I think my favorite part was everybody singing "Kiss Me."
That was really fun.
I think that legit was probably my favorite part. That was great.
Yeah, that was Guile on the flute or the lute there. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
playing his mandolin or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. So some of the chat moments we've got here are the party foul, just the beginning of you guys walking up to where you do not belong. I know you guys had fun and you charmed everybody. Let me just remind everybody that you are not supposed to meet these people. Oh, you were hanging out at the party. You start to recognize their voices. Do you remember when you guys were underground in the labyrinth and you heard people coming in, small footsteps, and people being like, "Oh, wow, what a rough day. Oh, my God, they're so cute." You've met the staff.
Oh, my God. They were the one. I thought it was students above us. It was the freaking staff.
It was literal
If you all refer to your maps, because I don't need to say this for the next episode. You hang out at the party and you realize there is a door attached to the wall that leads to that blank box at the bottom. There are 6 boxes at the bottom. 5 of them are labeled with the respective homerooms. 1 of them is blank. That is the Hob homeroom. They have their own tower, just like you. They sleep in the castle, just like you all.
Okay. All right. It's starting to hit me now.
Thank you. Thank you, Liana.
With some honorable mentions. Okay. My favorite things so far, honorable mentions. Favorite part for me, singing Kiss Me. Great song. Honorable mentions, Alec coming into the party using finger guns. I thought that was awesome. I will never, ever forget Diamond's face with flight goggles. I thought that was the best little detail in the world, and I love that forever, that Diamond has little flight goggles when she's on. And then the sachet and the whole like firelight romantic kiss, high school kiss moment was hilarious and wonderful. Those were my inspo goes to Guile playing "Kiss Me" on the lute. I'm sorry.
You know, you actually reminded me of another really great moment where Paris saved her failure of being able to land her broom in the woods by sending out her possum to kind of take the fall. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, that was a slick maneuver. That really was.
Also,
Jeremy knows how to take one for the team.
Yeah, convincing them about like crimping beards and starting your small business was also a touch of just wonderful inspiration for your character as well.
Yes, and massaging the dwarf, like that was my favorite. Like just imagining that's just like the visual is so funny.
Oh my God, there's too many moments. We really did start narrowing down a top 4. All right, let's do this one at a time. We'll go in the order that I introduced the characters this evening. we'll start with Alex. What do you all think Alex's best moment was? And I am speaking to everybody. Let's not forget.
Alex's best moment tonight for me.
Alex aided Paris in getting through the window. He managed to mount and collect his broom with no problem. Alex, it's not one of his best moments, but he came in like Tobey Maguire on a hot day with finger guns ablazing.
That takes it for me. That's my
That was inspired. It was an inspired moment. And then this is what I would vote, submit for the council, is he asked who the head person in charge was and sought answers. He walked up to the boss and was like, "What you got?" That takes some inspo.
Yeah,
and that was before I actually gave him his inspiration. So
talking to Nakagini, that's what I vote for Alex.
Alex, don't blink.
I still vote for the finger guns, but yeah, I feel like that's a good inspiration moment. He was talking to Nakagani as well. That's great. That was good.
All right.
Who's next?
Next on my list was Paris. Paris Colourpop.
She
You guys
had all
already
the good
mentioned all her,
She
a
had
lot of
fantastic
highlights.
moments.
Starting the business, both with the beard crimping and the massage oils. I mean, that takes the cake for me. But yes, the stroke of genius with Diamond. She covered her own ass, kind of, with the first time she missed her mark with the broom.
Yeah.
And she charmed the hell out of everybody. Like,
I mean, it's got to go with the Cutco style, starting your business at a party. I think for me, that's what I like the best.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Colourpop calling. Good. All right. We got Paris. We got Paris's moment. JJ. JJ, I love that you keep trying to find new ways to bond with your familiar, and you're really trying to get to the heart of that. It's a shame that these people don't know familiars and couldn't provide you with a greater moment with that.
Unfamiliar.
Unfamiliar. That is correct. Zach.
You were breaking up, Zach, and the only thing that came through was you saying unfamiliar, and I hate it.
You also managed to get through the window, no problem. You helped solve the riddle of how to get outside in the first place. And it was also JJ's idea to teleport the brooms here, which should have been harder when having them fly here didn't work. That's a pretty inspired moment.
It is kind of wild that was an easier DC than it was for having them fly there.
Well, and the reason why it was is because you were all doing it collectively. That's why. Because you all were trying to get your individual there by yourselves, but you had the idea to join hands, put your hands in the middle, and do it as a group. And that's what was inspired to me. So that's my vote.
I also very much enjoyed listening to you people try to describe Brahm to me so I could find him on the map. That might have been one of my favorite moments of the night, where we just named off 90 celebrities.
Right.
And
then when it clicked in your mind, you were like, "Oh yeah, I'm fueled by hatred now."
Yeah, exactly.
And it worked. Bro came right up. Oh my gosh. Such a good moment. Do we have a favorite group of JJ's moments?
I think the broom thing. I mean, and just the holding each other's hands, like that whole moment.
Yeah.
For sure, for JJ, I think that just kind of encapsulated his character the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last on my introduction was Anahit, who, and I feel like I know where this is going. You made some bold decisions for Anahit tonight. You really did.
I did.
Well done. Well done. Not just to lead the party out, into the group where it did not belong. And also to walk up to Brahm again. But also, you went for it, girl. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
Getting that cute boy.
Yeah, maybe the
You are
little
gonna make-
sachet kind of gave me some confidence.
Maybe
Yeah.
All
you
about
were
confidence.
inspired in that regard then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the kiss takes it. I think both the things that
It
Ollie
does.
did.
Yeah,
was
the
quite
kissy
lovely.
moment,
Like,
just
let's
with
be
the
real.
song, the combination of the song and the action, I think.
Yeah.
And while in the background you're seeing Alex and his familiar, but like really the picture we're all really looking at is Anahit and Brahms.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, we have some people joining us who have missed the stream and they don't really know what voting. And as we talking it out, I kind of don't want to make you guys now dwindle it down further and vote. So I'm gonna let Chad have the opportunity to vote, but you guys, if you can pick a favorite out of all of those amazing moments, or Justin, is there a way that we can have them contact Discord? We can let everybody who watches the stream later through the week vote over time. Like, there were so many good moments here, and I just want to let them resonate for a while. That's just me. I leave it to you four. Can you narrow it down even further?
I think if I were to, yeah, I think I could.
Yeah. Okay.
If I were to underline a moment that I think encapsulates this episode, the meteor shower, it would be the Sixpence song with Anahit kissing the boy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this is the high school moment in the movie.
It is.
Coming of age story.
It doesn't lock it in quite yet. I need our Anahit's vote. So Liana, what do you say?
Oh man.
Because there have been votes cast from the chat so far.
I mean, can I vote for myself? I guess.
Yes, you can. Yes, girl. Yes, you can. What did Anahit? Yes, you can.
Anahit is doing what's best for her. You can do the same.
Okay. And yeah, I guess I vote for myself too.
Beautiful.
Well, I mean, it's the first time we've had a unanimous vote from the party. So I'm going to act like we don't know what's happening and say that we'll find out the results next week. We will award inspiration then. I will distribute house points. Though there's a lot of gray areas whether or not you guys are going to get points for any of this.
We're outside of points now. Where we're going, we don't need points.
Yeah. Pretty much. But, it's not just you getting points. It's also our student body in the chat. So I'm still giving out points for everyone. We will find out these results, what happens next time, and dare I say, how you guys find your way back into the school after hours again. Next week, Monday, 7 p.m. on Walk on Rules, Dungeons, and Detention. In the meantime, everyone, don't leave quite yet. Justin and I are still here. We are still playing video games throughout the week. I will be back in Pokemon Snap on Wednesday. Justin, I forget what you're playing. If you're around, forgive us if we have been very busy and not sticking to our regular routine, because next week is episode 15 of Dungeons Detention. But after that is the first half of our Halloween special. Stay tuned for details. We will begin Monday night, 7 p.m. on the 24th with a very different format. And then we will be back, I believe, on Halloween night for a brand new game and a brand new system as we pay tribute to a brand new movie in the form of tabletop role-playing games with a brand new cast. It's a lot of exciting stuff, guys. So please tune in. Tell your friends about this show. Tell your friends about these other shows coming up, because they're going to be absolute chaos. Because that's what we do here. We make mischief. All right. Anybody else got things to plug? I know you guys have been doing awesome things. I shot a movie. You guys shot movies. Zach has been doing stand-up. Yana's doing poetry. You guys are all doing amazing things. Do you have any last minute plugs before we wrap up the night?
Nope.
Not right now.
Enjoy your life. Be well.
Great. I get to do all the talking. I love it. All right. Yeah. Have a great night, and we will see you again for another walk on roll.
Yay.
God, this is fun.
Bye.
Oh.